you have exponents, if you are multiplying, what do you do with their exponents? You add them. So this is b to the m plus n power. If you have something with an exponent and you raise that to another exponent, what do you do with the exponents? Multiply them. So this would be b to the m times n. And the exponent property, so if I have something to the negative, what do I do with that? Does anybody remember? Right. So this would be 1 over b to the n. All right. Properties of logs that we've done. If I have the log and inside that log I'm multiplying two things and I want to split it up, that's the same thing as having log log. So this it kind of is similar. The multiplication turns into addition. The quotient property of exponents, if you have two variables and you're dividing the exponents, like you're dividing two variables, you subtract the exponents. Similar to here, we have a log. This is the same as log base b of x minus log base b of y. So if we want to split it up, if we have a fraction within one single log, we can split it up with a subtraction sign. And then the power property, if you have an exponent inside of a log, it's the same thing as bringing that out front. That's n times log base b of x. And then one other reminder, if I have a to the b power equals c, how could I write that in log form? Log base a of c equals b. Yep. So you're going to see, you could potentially see lots of different types of equations that have logs, and the way you solve them depends on, are there two separate logs? Is it one log? So I'm going to break it up and show you the different types of problems that you could see. So the first one is where you only have one x, it's in the exponent. Okay, it's one of the more simple ones, I guess. All right. So what you're going to do is, step one, isolate the exponential on one side. So basically get this 4 to the x by itself. So I would add 2 to both sides, and we get 4 to the x equals 9. And then we're going to convert this into log form. So I'm going to now when we convert to log form, and if you draw your little swirl, remember your exponential has to be on the left for that swirl to work. I couldn't have it written as 9 equals 4 to the x. So be careful with that. But in exponential form, this is log base 4 of 9 equals x. Step 3 says solve for the variable. So we will see an example where I don't have just x by itself. In this case, I do. So step 3 is done. Step 4, simplify or round as directed. This one says leave an exact form. So we're not going to type it in the calculator and get a decimal. I am going to see, okay, if I take 4, can I raise 4 to some power to get 9? 4 to the first is 4. 4 to the second is 16. So if that doesn't simplify anymore, which will be the majority of them, you're done. Because that is a number, it's just a decimal that you can't get without a calculator. So number 2, let's get this 2 to the x plus 3 by itself by subtracting 5. And then I can write it as log base 2 of 21 equals x plus 3. Alright. X is not by itself, so I need to subtract 3 from both sides. When you subtract 3, you just write it afterwards. Like that. Log base 2 of 21 minus 3 equals x. And there is, like, I can't change this to, there's not 2 to some power is not going to give me 21. So you're done. It's going to be multiple choice, these questions. So if you look and you see that answer on there, then don't stress about simplifying it anymore. Alright, this one, my exponential is on the other side. So if I'm doing this, I'm going to subtract 3 first. And then divide both sides by -4, which is going to give me positive 10 over 4 equals e to the x. But I need to flip-flop that. Oh, I was trying to get the lights. Let's turn the temperature. So e to the x equals, that can simplify to 5 over 2. And then how do I write this in exponential, or in log? Log base e of 5 over 2 equals x. This will not be an answer choice on your test. What would the answer choice be? Yes, natural log of 5 over 2. Log base c and natural log are the same thing. You will not see it written as log base e. So that's what we did there, was solving where you just had one exponential. Okay, that's one type. Another type, you will have one log. Okay, so directions are very similar. Get the log on one side. So number 4, I will need to get this part right here by itself. So I would subtract 4 first. And then do what? Divide by 2. So log base 3 x plus 3 equals 3. And then we're going to convert it to the other form. 3 to the third power equals x plus 3. 3 to the third equals that. What is 3 to the third power? 27. And then to get x by itself, I subtract 3. And this came out to a nice number, which is good. Did you have this step right here? Then I converted it to exponential. 3 to the third equals that. Right, number 5. Subtract 2. Convert. 5 to the second equals 2x minus 1. Which would be 25 equals 2x minus 1. Six equals 2x, or 13 equals x. You need to get in the habit of writing down all of your steps. That is something I think you will be expected to do on the AP exam on those FRQs. They're going to look for every step. Hopefully we will do enough practice with the types of questions, because I can tell you, it's kind of broad, but I basically know kind of what every question is going to look like. Hopefully we will get through all of our content and have enough time to practice those. So timing hopefully won't be a huge issue. It's not going to be like you are just frantically writing, I don't think. We'll see when we actually get into them, but I don't think it'll be like that. All right, number 6, how am I going to get that natural log by itself? Yeah. So natural log of 2 minus x equals 5. Remember, natural log is really what? Log base, so I can write this, log base e. So as an exponential, e to the 5th power equals 2 minus x. You don't know what e to the 5th power is. You're not going to know what e to the 5th power is without a calculator. You're just going to leave it as e to the 5th. So e to the 5th minus 2 equals negative x. So you're going to need to divide everything by negative 1. Negative e to the 5th plus 2 equals x. And we will stop there.